having a full staff meeting today at 3 p.m. We'll have all the data in at that point in time, so we'll be able to have a better assessment at that point in time to know if we are going to proceed any further with any more days off for school. We have to consider a few other things in the school district. We have 25,000 employees. Many of them have evacuated the area. We know that's exactly where they've evacuated, is where the storm is moving. So there's going to be some challenges for some of our faculty. We're going to ask them to check in at some point over the next 24 hours with their site-based principal in order to see exactly how we'll be able to staff our schools. We want to make sure they're safe. We also want to make sure they're learning when they're there. So we'll be gauging that as well. I'll also be working with neighboring superintendents so that we can also be gauging our decision making and aligning with the needs of our region, not just Hillsborough County. Most likely I'll be making a decision tonight or early tomorrow morning if we feel like we need to extend out to provide a little bit more time for our families to return, for our employees to return, and for any of those conditions at our schools to be obviously taken care of if there are any damages there. We do know, as I said yesterday, it's important for a school district for us to open back up our schools. It is a sign that we are returning to normal as a community. In this last 24 to 48 hours have been nothing has been quite abnormal. So we want to make sure that we have that reassurance to the community that we're ready to go. We want to do it safely, we want to do it right. And of course, families, I want you to just be reassured. We understand if you have evacuated, you may not be able to get back to that very first day when we do decide to bring our students back to school. We'll work with families at every site for excused absences, just to understand that. We also understand with employees that might be a challenge. You'll work directly with your site-based principal on how we coordinate coverage and so forth at our schools. Families, just watch out for your children over the next few days. They've had a lot of anxiety over the last several days, and that'll probably carry forward a little bit. So we just ask that you look for those things as well. We'll have tremendous student services staff, available counselors at our schools as our students return to make sure that they get exactly what they need for support. And finally, I just once again can't thank, as we've already said, the staff that have been out in our schools and our shelters over the last 48 hours. You've done a yeoman's work, just tremendous job. Couldn't be any more prouder as a superintendent that our principals, that our custodial staff, our student nutrition managers, our security staff, and all of our employees that came in to volunteer. Just incredibly grateful. I know I saw out on social media a lot of posts about a time when we're all dealing with a lot of fear and anxiety, that you were really providing comfort out there for our families and even lightening the mood a little bit as we got through a very tough time in this community. So I'm just incredibly grateful. Thank you.